Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's definitely a gloomy and it was a little noisy this morning as we take a live look at First Alert Doppler radar showing the storms that were here not too long ago, but we're just looking at some steady rain for right now. The leading edge of this system is further off into the Pine Belt and heading into eastern Mississippi. So not expecting much, at least for right now, just maybe a few showers around for areas east of I-55. But we're not completely done with this unsettled weather pattern heading into the next couple of days. We still have a chance for an isolated stronger storm. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we see the risk today change because the rain this morning and the storms have stabilized the atmosphere just a little bit. So the severe threat not looking as likely, not completely zero, but I wouldn't be surprised if they changed this over the next couple of hours for today's severe risk. But tomorrow, still looking at a marginal threat along and south of I-20. Same goes for Thursday when it comes to our unsettled weather.
Yeah, definitely looking and feeling like May whenever we talk about the last little hoorah of severe weather season. We're going to be really focused on the fact that even though it's a lower risk, it still impacts a good area of central Mississippi. So again, we're going to be bringing you updates on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday throughout the next couple of days because we do have those chances for strong to severe storms this afternoon, although like Ashley said, the threats are thankfully a lot lower. So again, I just want to make sure that you are aware that that's what we're going to be tracking going forward. And we have chances for more storms to fire up this afternoon. So even though the threats are looking a lot lower, which is good news for us, we saw a lot of heavy rainfall early this morning. So hopefully we don't see as much, and that's what the models are showing is trending back a little bit. So like Ashley said, hopefully they trim it back. If not, still want you to be aware, even if you're in a marginal risk, still have a good chance to see a stronger thunderstorm this afternoon and even into the day tomorrow.
Yeah, I just was checking. I didn't get a chance to update the power outages, but there are now 16,000, a little over 16,000 customers without power right now. So the storms did pack a little bit of a punch this morning, but here's what it's looking like for the rest of today. This model is actually a little bit slower than what we're expecting for the rest of today. Most of this is already pushed through for what you're seeing at around 11. I think actually we're going to say relatively dry through the lunch hour. And then this is that second batch that we were talking about for your Tuesday evening. So yes, this model I think is going to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to showing what we're expecting this evening in terms of severity, but overall not necessarily counting out that we won't see any kind of rain or thunderstorm activity, especially further off to the south and east. Then as we continue into the overnight hours, maybe an isolated shower north of I-20, but it pretty much fizzles out by the time you get ready to start your Wednesday morning commute. Most of Wednesday actually looks relatively dry. Oh, skipping forward here. One moment.
Yeah, most of Wednesday looks dry.
Most of Wednesday looks relatively dry. And then as we head, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
Little technical difficulties. There we go.
Okay. Now here we go. Yeah. Anyway, most of Wednesday looking relatively dry. It's about 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow night that we'll see the next round of showers and storms move in. And then that will linger into your overnight hours into early Thursday. before we get another quick break from the rain, but still looking at some kind of rain around through Friday before we finally get a break heading into Saturday on the weekend. So
yeah, our weekend's looking great as well. Temperature's not looking all that bad. Low in rain chances. So if you're heading on out for any outdoor activities Saturday and Sunday, should be looking good. A little bit warmer on Sunday, but we're going to be trending a little bit warmer into next week with those very low in rain chances. So a very summer-like pattern is looking to move in and settle in next week, but a very spring-like pattern this week, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Saturday, you look pretty good to go when it comes to the rain chances. I think Sunday it's just kind of going to be like your summertime pop-up afternoon thunderstorms more so than anything, at least as of right now. And then still looking at low end rain chances for the most part into the beginning of next week. I think this model can be a little bit more aggressive showing the rain coverage. It may not necessarily look like this as we get closer to time, but can't completely rule out rain chances. And I will say, I think we are looking at quite a bit of rainfall to wrap up the month of May. This doesn't include today's total. I'm sure we'll update it throughout the rest of this afternoon as we go along, but we're looking at almost 11 inches right now. We're usually only seeing about 3.5 inches of rain in May, and I think we may actually be looking at the most amount of rainfall for the month of May on record by the time we head into the end of the week and into this weekend. So looking at quite a bit of rain still for the rest of this week, but then by the time we head into the weekend, more likely Saturday than Sunday, we say relatively dry.
Yeah, and I'm already looking a little bit better across some areas here in central Mississippi. You look off to the east, though, the further east you go, more likely you'll see a lot more of that heavy cloud cover. But here into the metro, we're still seeing mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions. Not really feeling all that bad right now. Thankfully, we're not seeing a lot of heavy rainfall sticking with us for the rest of our day. We do have that chance this afternoon for more scattered storms to fire up, but not necessarily like a linear structure like we saw earlier today. So that's the good news. Our severe threats are starting to still die off, but still not zero into the afternoon and evening.
Yeah. So any of those severe thunderstorm warnings that we had, those are all canceled. That was from earlier this morning. Still could be looking at some thunderstorms later on this afternoon, and then daily rain chances until Friday before things finally start to improve for the weekend.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at for the next couple of days. And of course, we'll have more updates on the rest of today's weather. And of course, looking ahead through the week with our later newscasts. And of course, Dave and Elise will be on around 2:30 on this show to give you another look at what you can expect for the rest of this week. So until then, we will see you all tomorrow.